Chinese and Western medicine are based on very different paradigms. Yeah, it's a completely different way of thinking. So, and they complement each other.
Okay.
So sometimes maybe it's better to use biomedicine approach. Sometimes it's better to use Chinese medicine.
Okay.
Depends on the problem. Yeah.
Okay.
And how is
Or we can combine them, use them at the same time.
yeah.
Okay.
So how is my buddy?
Yeah, how's my health?
Is he in very bad condition?
Very good.
The
Oh, really?
Very good.
Long life ahead of
Oh,
us.
come on, now you're just being nice.
Oh.
He's gonna jinx it. I'm in trouble now.
What did you feel through his pulse? I'm curious.
It's a secret.
Oh, so I can get a one-on-one from you later,
Yes.
but
We can
after a
later.
fee, and after a
After a
doctor's
fee.
fee, a consultation fee.
How did you feel?
I felt, because I've practiced Qigong in the past, and so I understand, I kind of felt like there was a bit of like a signal and callback kind of thing that was going on. I felt like that there was a bit of a force kind of coming in, and then it was kind of a question of like how I would manage it, because for some people I can imagine like you get kind of lightheaded at some certain moments, certain times of the day, say certain things happen, you'll get vertigo or low blood pressure kind of sensations, and you can actually, kind of control your body to like bring that back, right? But then with Chinese medicine, I guess it is about qi at some
So
level.
this is very astute observation.
Right.
Because people ask me a lot if I do acupuncture on myself.
Okay.
We can't,
Right.
because we use we use our own qi to manipulate qi of the other person.
Right.
It's the same with Bama. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I cannot.
You can't do it on your own. No, you can't.
Because then it's circular.
It
It's
won't
already.
be. You won't be very effective. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. So go to a professional.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But I'm very curious. Wei Wei,
Yes.
feeling the pulse is I think it's pretty magical.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just the pulse.
Actually, it's more about like your fingers sensitivity. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys ever seen the Qing Dynasty
Yes.
drama episode? Like in that kind of drama, the imperious physicians, they would take the pulse of the emperor's wives
Yeah.
Right.
with a handkerchief covering on the wrist. Like somebody would think it's how is that even possible? But indeed,
Did she say?
No, she didn't.
I like that. Yes, please go on.
Okay, so it's indeed true. It's possible, honestly.
So you can actually tell if a woman's pregnant through
Yeah,
the pulse reading.
the pose, yeah.
That's
of course.
crazy.
Since like you carry an extra living being inside your body,
right.
and of course the whole blood volume would go up.
Right.
So the pulse would like more plumper.
Oh,
would-
okay.
yeah.
So I could get a second signal in the loop. It's like,
They have like a beatbox.
He's like,
inside.
oh.
What caused you to, get into Chinese
You
medicine?
mean get into the Chinese medicine?
Yes.
So I didn't expect myself to get into the Chinese medicine subject in the beginning, and honestly, I didn't believe in.
Oh, really?
You didn't believe in.
Yeah, in the very beginning. In the very beginning.
Really?
Yeah, and it was not until that I had a severe cramps during my maybe the sophomore or like I can't remember which grade, and my senior she had me take some powder like Chinese medicine
Yes.
medication powder, and
Yeah.
which worked
Really?
really fast.
Okay.
Yeah, and then maybe you heard about 芍药甘草汤.
Yes, of
like,
course.
Like
Yeah.
peony and a licorice
Yeah.
combination,
Okay.
and these two herbs serve to alleviate our non-striated muscle spasm. It could help like the girls to lower down the uncomfortable feelings.
Okay. Martin, sorry, how about you? How did you get into Chinese medicine?
Yeah. I went to China
Okay.
a long time ago.
Okay.
And in China, I encountered a Chinese medicine doctor. And then I was really amazed by his skill because we couldn't communicate. So he just did what I did to you. Yeah.
Oh, right.
And then he told me what my problems were. And my brother was there as well. And because we're so different, so my brother's body is different.
Right.
And he gave us different, opinion.
Okay,
and
okay.
different recommendations.
Okay.
And we felt it was so accurate.
Wow.
So from that time,
You were amazed, right?
I was amazed. And I thought, I don't understand completely what it is.
Okay.
But it seems cool, yeah.
Okay.
And then it was at the back of my head. And later I came to Taiwan for other reasons, yeah. And I saw an opportunity, so I decided to learn Chinese and then enroll at the university. Yeah.
Wow, wow.
That's dedication.
Yeah. From interest to career.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes, still interest now.
Yeah, of course. I would hope so.
Yes.
I haven't taken Chinese medicine before. I mean, I've only done acupressure, acupuncture, but I've heard that Chinese medicine is actually very, very difficult to stomach sometimes.
Oh.
Broccoli, you've had a similar experience, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can add something to this check-in pulse thing.
Okay, yeah.
The very first time I went to the traditional clinic, right? I just went and, you know, when you see like Western doctors, they just give you a lot of prescriptions,
Yes.
just talk a lot and
Very
explaining.
fast.
And
Right.
like, yeah, just explaining you like, you know, what may relate to this problem and etc. But when I went to the traditional one, I just said, and my Chinese was like zero. And I just said that I didn't know how to explain what I feel. And just doctor said, okay, just give me your hand. He just checked pulse and just told me everything about my character, what I'm feeling now. He told me about my problems. And I said, like, how do you know? Like, you just check pulse. And say, yeah, that's enough. And from that time, I was like really amazed. Oh my God, guy just knows everything. He just, you know, like touched me, you know, just barely.
Nothing to
And
hide.
he knows everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God, these people are scary, you know?
Oh man. But then, so he gave you some medication for the problems you were dealing with?
Yeah, they also gave me this powder, right?
Okay.
And it was also my first time I was trying it.
The powder.
The powder.
Oh, that bad?
Oh gosh. I was killing you.
Yeah, there was this one. But I found an interesting life hack when I was eating this powder. I don't know, probably I'm not allowed to eat candies.
Oh,
like,
right.
after
Are
eating
we?
his
Are we?
medicine.
Can you eat candy after your medicine?
I think whatever helps you take medicine.
Right. Yeah. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine
Yeah,
go
I
down.
mean, this is not really healthy, but
not.
I mean, like, flavor is like really bitter.
Okay.
You're eating this like suffering, really like trying to swallow,
Right.
and then I just took some Mentos, you know,
Okay,
some candy,
okay.
and it really helped me, you know. Then I just felt okay, now I'm feeling better.
A little reward.
Yeah, just like a kid, you know, you just give you some candy, you know,
The
feeling better.
Taiwanese way, we take 鲜杂饼. What do you call that?
Hot fruit.
Hot
Hot
fruit?
fruit cake. You know, the small candy.
Yeah, it's like a
and-
small candy biscuit.
It-
Like
yeah.
a flour.
Yeah,
Whole
flour.
flour.
shell, yeah,
Yes.
the hot fruit.
It pairs with that.
I tried them, but they're like,
You don't like it?
really sour.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm feeling even worse, you know. You ate really bitter thing, and then you ate like really sour, and then you're like, oh my God, okay,
Sorry.
give me my candy.
Sorry for that.
Oh no.